This is me, a 17-year-old track and cross-country runner who just graduated high school 7 days before a 50-kilometer ultramarathon. The clip you're seeing is the beginning of the longest, toughest, the most grueling run that I've ever been a part of, and I loved it. The finish of this race was incredible, but before all that, I think it would be helpful to give some backstory. I started running 4 years ago, freshman year, for cross country. No goals, no discipline, and no understanding of training for or a desire to get better. 2 years later, I figured out that consistency and training can accomplish things that were beyond my imagination. I ended up skipping 2 track seasons to train for a few half marathons, and I cut some serious time off of previous years, and even won a few small half marathons. Since then, I've cut minutes off my 5K time. Me and my team were state champion runner-ups for the DMR. I ran the 1200 meter leg, and I've trimmed 5 minutes off of my half marathon time. The thing I love about running is when you do something that you never thought you could.
This is my first 70-mile week. It's kind of a milestone. 16 years old, legs are feeling good.
And that's why the Full Mo caught my attention. The Monon Trail is an amazing trail that runs through a large portion of Indiana. So the opportunity to run the whole trail in its entirety really had me intrigued. So I signed up, and that was months and months ago. The time flew by, and track season took over all my training until it was 2 weeks out from the race. Track racing is low volume and high intensity. Ultramarathon training is high volume, low intensity. I was intimidated to try and bridge that training gap with only a couple of over 10-mile runs and one 20-mile run. And before I knew it, it was the day before the race. I'd done all I could and was ready to push my limits, whatever that meant on the day. With the context out of the way, let's dive into the adventure that was the Full Mo Ultramarathon.
It's about 7 p.m. the night before my race. I'm trying to go to bed around 8 because it's going to be like a 4:30 a.m. I'm going to wake up tomorrow just so I can have enough time to eat, just not be rushed, make sure everything is packed up and ready for me to go. I've been carb loading most of the day. I'm eating a bunch of pasta right now. I had sushi earlier. I had toast and eggs for lunch. I haven't recorded anything. I'm just kind of locked in. You know, I'm honestly really nervous for this race. I'm really like anxious for it. I'm really excited for it though. It's just such a big thing. So sorry I haven't recorded too much. It's gonna be an epic day tomorrow. Just wanted to record a little something just so I had it and didn't regret not filming.
Race morning was a blur of making food, getting my gear on, and then driving to the start line.
Just came through first mile in 6:40. Just really trying to warm up, get into it. My calves are a little tight, so just embracing that. Just taking this first 5 miles just to warm up and feel good. My heart rate's really low, which is nice, but yeah, lead pack is way up ahead of me. I'm not gonna try and stick with them. You know, maybe I'll reattach later, but just gonna be running my own race. Let's go. All right, just came through 5 miles. Mile 5, 6:30. Average pace right now is 6:39, which is right where I wanted to be. So yeah, still just kind of warming up, easing into it. Feeling much better than the first few miles though. So yeah, only a marathon to go. Oh gosh.
8.5 miles in, I had some awesome friends that were willing to get up early to bike a couple of miles with me.
Let's go, Henry. Bro, he's getting after it. Let's go. Come on now. Come on.
They're gonna keep me company for it. Ended up being about 9 miles.
I know.
Running can be lonely sometimes. Always good to have good friends.
We got Garrett, he's gonna run a few miles with me.
Most I've ever ran in a year.
Yeah, he's a track guy, so this is a lot.
Hey guys!
At mile 17, I had some more friends that had gotten up early to come bike with me, and this is just so awesome.
Maybe 20 minutes.
Cool.
How you feeling for the vlog, Henry?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Definitely starting to struggle a little bit, but well over halfway, so.
Nice work.
At this point in the race is when I really had to start locking in. I was past warming up, I was past cruising. This is where the race started. I was hanging on to the pace, but I wasn't sure how much longer I could.
Oh, bye!
Garrett dipped after about 2 miles with me. Thank you so much to him. For a 400-meter runner, he made it a pretty long ways. We made it to mile 20. It's really starting to hurt. I am locked in. We'll see how much longer I can go. A lot of these shots look the same, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip to where the race really gets interesting.
Number 9. Woo!
Mile 22 is when everything changed. You can see my pace has slowed down, and I wasn't able to record it, but I ended up throwing up on the side of the trail. And this is the point where it was all mental. I still had all my friends surrounding me. I had so much motivation, but my body was starting to break down.
Nice. Kira, how you feeling on mile 23? Good. Yes.
The pace has slowed dramatically. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm so determined to get to the finish line no matter what that means. Only 7 miles to go. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of how. I was approaching the marathon, and that gave me motivation to keep moving. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to keep running afterwards, but I had to make it to the marathon. What do you think I'm gonna run for my first ever marathon during a 50K? Let's find out. 26.2 miles run in 3 hours and 5 minutes. Not what I was hoping for. I would have loved sub 3, but for my first run over 26 miles, as my legs are breaking down, I'm pretty happy with it. After miles of consistency and grit and awesome friends biking with me and a few bathroom breaks, my body ended up breaking down after the marathon. I simply wasn't prepared to run this kind of distance. I was able to continue moving by walking and jogging when I could. It was very painful and very difficult, but I had friends with me the entire way. There's not too much to say, not too much to record, so here's me crossing the finish line as the youngest finisher of this race ever.
There it is.
I did it. I pushed myself to failure in a way that I never had before, and I was so grateful for it. The thing that made this run so special was all the people that were around me from the start of the race. I was almost never alone, and it was incredible. Thank you so much for TJ Daly and MTC Run Club for organizing this race and putting on such an awesome event. And here are my final thoughts. I can't lie, I'm editing this video 2 weeks after I filmed it. Life's been so busy, but being able to reflect on it again was just so amazing. It was such an amazing experience in every way. I pushed myself to the limit. I broke, I threw up, I walked, I cramped, it hurt, but I made it to the finish line, and that is what matters, and I had amazing people around me. Reflecting back on the race, I wish I would have had more than 2 weeks to prep for this race, since my track season was only 2 weeks before this race, I was only able to get in a few runs like I had mentioned. I needed a lot more mileage under my legs. I needed a lot more 20 to 25 mile runs and even some high volume speed sessions that I just wasn't able to get. I will probably be running this race again next year just to see what I can do with some real training. So stay tuned for that. If you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and comment this emoji just to let me know that you made it to the end and show how cool you are for that, because that's just amazing. And also subscribe if you enjoyed this content. I love pushing my body to its limits. I'm 17 years old and there is no stopping me, so stay tuned.